Hello there. Right, so we have 9 minutes to talk about imaging and production, and I'm afraid there are no screenshots of Pro Tools plugins and no long reels of American sung jingles, which I know will disappoint maybe somebody. But instead some ideas and some thoughts maybe about imaging and how it's used in radio, and I should preface this with that it's all my opinion, so you are welcome to argue with it as much as you like. So, let's whiz through these 5 things and see what comes up. This is Arthur. He is my basset hound, and I obtained him from a basset farm when I was living in America. He's now over here, and he's heard this speech more times than you have. And we're going to come back to him later on, but I wanted to introduce you to Arthur as we get going. All right, firstly, content beats quality. Producers are obsessed by audio quality, plugins, making sure everything sounds quite right, how's the panning and all that. But actually, if there's no story in your production, be it a promo, be it a sweep, or whatever it is, then it's not really doing anything of any use. You might have heard when Kiss 100 had a brilliant sweeper campaign where they went around and recorded underground stations, saying the next stop is Holborn, this station is Kiss 100. The audio was really low quality because they're pretty poor speakers in the underground stations to start with, but it had a story, it meant something to the listeners. The first time I heard radio that meant something to me and had any impact was listening to MFM when I was about 12 years old, and they had a big charity thing called Operation Christmas Child, where we'd fill shoe boxes with gifts to send to Romania. And they had enough to fill a plane, had a big road show out at Harden Airport, and we were told there was going to be a special guest on the phone, and we should go along, and it could be quite good fun. So we went along, and on the phone was Michael Jackson, which for a radio station in Wrexham is quite an impressive thing to do. I think we have some audio of it.
Wouldn't you, to both Alex and Catherine and all the children involved in singing that song over here in the UK?
That was very, very beautiful. It was innocent, it was very pure. Thank you so much.
Rubbish quality, but everyone listened because it had a story to it. It mattered. Talking of quality, Citizen Kane is in black and white. It's in mono. It's still a brilliant film people watch all the time. John Carter has the most beautifully quality audio there is, but I'm screwed if I can understand what the hell is going on in the film. So what's the point of it? Right, moving on. Number 2, the voice funnel. Listeners are cynical people. They have messages being thrown at them all day, not just from radio, all over the place. And they don't believe them as much as they used to. And the voice funnel is the order which I think people actually listen to who's saying stuff and believe it. At the bottom of the funnel, we have voices on adverts because they are paid to try and sell you something. So immediately there's an issue there. Then station voices, those lovely people that say your stuff on the station. Well, they used to, but now they're normally actually giving an S&P message or trying to sell a promotion or something that's coming up. So, they're not as friendly and down-to-earth as they used to be. Even your presenters. How often now, in the average hour, is your presenter saying nice, useful, interesting things, and how often are they selling a sponsor or a talk-up or a film or a station event, something like that? Even they're not as trusted as they were. Celebrities. Still pretty up there, still fairly believable, but now celebrities endorsing stuff. Can you believe a celeb's tweet anymore? If they say they like something, are they being paid? Who knows? So they're still up there, but not as high as they were. And then at the top, listeners, who are always trusted because they are genuine people. So when you're doing production imaging, can you move your things up the funnel and get a voice that is a little more trusted? A couple of quick examples.
The thing I was thinking, I can't believe it's me.
£350.
And I thought £1,000 would be nice.
£1,000 cash.
I got to £1,500.
£1,500.
Oh, why am I playing this game?
And I got a bit of a panic on then. I thought, no, I'll take the money.
Take the money.
Take the money.
Then my husband rung on the mobile and he said, go with the envelope. So I swapped back straight away and then the gong went, of course. And I thought, oh no, have I done the right thing? Is it a ginger nut?
It's not the biscuit.
I've never had another ginger nut ever.
Have you ever been to New York?
Because you've won breakfast at Tiffany's.
We had a holiday of a lifetime, all thanks to Real Radio.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Risk it for a biscuit. Back Monday.
Because the listener told the story of them doing it, people believed it could be them. It was worth giving it a go. Another quick example.
Real Radio.
Hey, this is Robbie Williams. Did you miss my interview with Tony and Angela on The Real Breakfast Show? Did you? Disgusting. Don't worry, you can catch it again online now at realradio.co.uk.
Now, a presenter telling you to listen to something, you might. When Robbie Williams tells you, you're going to pay more attention to it. So just see if you can move things up that voice funnel. All right, number 3, the imaging clock, where stuff goes on your station. The worst radio producers are the one that locks themselves away for 18 hours a day in their studio, making the most perfect 10-second piece of audio you can imagine, but has no clue or interest how it's going to be played out across the station. I think the station that has their imaging clock down the finest is Jack FM. I worked with Jack quite a lot in the States. They have a thing called the Jack Diamond, which says what they use through the hour, and they limit their station voice to only being on about 5 or 6 times an hour, so that it doesn't burn out. So you've got a mix of stuff. I have a similar problem with Smooth 70s, one of the stations at Real and Smooth that I look after. We play 15 songs an hour and don't do much else, which means there's a lot of call for imaging and a lot of chance of getting stuff burned out. So we throw anything on the air just to keep the amount of voiceover down, which is really easy to do.
SAB, Smooth 70s, SAB.
That between 2 songs. Quick, easy, plus it boosts up the funnel as well. If you are using calls on the air, be careful, not all are as great as you might imagine.
Your radio is shit. All the songs you play are repeats, and they're all crap. Bye.
Number 4, don't waste time. No one listens to the radio for imaging. I'm sorry, but it's true. If your promos are 40 seconds, maybe they can be 30 seconds. If they're 30, maybe they can be 20. You've got a 5-second sweeper. Make sure you're doing something useful with it. Well, I joined Real first about 11, 12 years ago, and we used to have these enormous news jingles that carried through until a couple of years ago.
Blackburn,
Bury,
Runcorn,
Stockport,
Rochdale.
Wirral.
Online at realradio.co.uk, on DAB Digital Radio, and across the Northwest on 105.4 FM.
That is the radio equivalent of a cock on the table. It's fabulous, but no one actually really cares that much. So last time we changed the image out, we swapped it out to this.
Online on DAB Digital Radio and across Scotland on 100 to 101 FM. This is Real Radio.
Because Seacrest hangs out with us all the time. That cut 10 seconds off the length of our news intro, which I know sounds like small change, but across a year, that gains us 1 whole day of extra broadcasting just because we've cut 10 seconds off the news jingle. Wait till December the 31st. It's going to be a great day. And even if you're doing stuff with sponsors who often like to get quite involved with things, it can still be done quite quick and short. This is one of my favourite pieces from the US. It's about 15 years old.
De Jeweler's official Swiss watch time check. 4 o'clock.
Simplest, quickest time check you can imagine, but gets the sponsor in there. And my bonus not wasting time tip is if your breakfast show promo says back tomorrow at 6, that's a waste of time. I get up at 7:50. I will not change my alarm clock to 6 o'clock because that's when your breakfast show starts. It's not going to happen. Tell me what's happening at 7:45, you might have a chance. And finally, be known for something through your imaging. Get known for the right thing. Jack FM have all this really cool, fun, crazy imaging on the air, but they are still known for playing what we want. Capital have, the really modern imaging and stuff going on there, but they're all still about hit music. What are you known for? Is it coming across in your imaging? Make sure the right thing comes across, otherwise when that changes, you'll have problems. If Radio 1's imaging was all about Mr. Moyles and had been for the last 8 years, this week would be a lot more difficult for them than it is at the moment. What you share with people is what you'll get remembered for. Share it correctly, which is why, probably, you'll forget everything I say, but remember Arthur, my dog. Thank you.
Chris Stevens was amazing.
I just like the way he thinks about things and puts it in some perspective for you,
It's given me a new take on some of our imaging, and when I commission my next imaging package, it will be a lot more succinct and I won't be wasting time.